have some juicy things to talk about. But it might require wearing your seatbelt or getting a blanket, getting comfortable, because we might need the soothing today. Hello, storytellers. Welcome to Storytelling Tarot. My name is Jeida K, and I'm so excited that you're with us today. It is day 5 now of Divcember, and I'm so excited to be doing this with you. December is my twist. It's a tarot twist on Vlogmas, where I am bringing you messages every single day until December 25th that is going to help us all reflect and align and prepare for the year ahead. But child, before we get into it, I have to welcome everyone who's here for the first time. Thank you so much for the first time watchers. I'm so excited that you're here. I hope that you stick around, like the video, better yet, subscribe, become part of the family. We would love to have you. And if you have been here for a while, welcome back, boo. Thank you so much for rocking with me throughout this journey. Day 5, which means we have 20 more days to go, so buckle in. This is my mug of the day. I have iced coffee today, so I finished it, so I need a refill. But this is my mug for the day. It's another goodie because it's huge. Well, this one isn't as big as the ones that I've had, but I really like this one. I really need a refill. Let me go get a refill. I know that's right. Caramel iced coffee will always do you right. Let's get into our ancestral messages today. The message is unravel. I was shuffling this and the card just like jumped out and like landed right between my feet on the floor. And what's interesting about that is when I look at this particular card, in the title unravel, it reminds me of like if you have had braids growing up or even in your adulthood, but when you I know growing up, my experience as a Black girl growing up, sitting between my mother's legs on the floor while she would, do my hair, even though like I wasn't tender-headed, like it wasn't uncomfortable to like get the hair done and braided. But I did not enjoy takedown. I didn't enjoy that because you know how when you're a little girl and you have like the balls or the bobos. Actually, let me know, when you were little, what did y'all call I wish I had some of my child's nearby, but y'all know what I'm talking about. What did y'all call them growing up? Drop me in the comments and let me know. I'm thinking about like how laborious the takedown can be sometimes, right? And so, especially if you've had that hairstyle for days or weeks, sometimes months. But the takedown, though, it has like this looming air around it. It's a whole event, right? Sometimes you get multiple people in your hair to start to undo those braids or unravel those braids. And so that's what I was thinking about when this card fell right between my legs. I looked at that vantage point of what it takes to build yourself up to taking something down that's been woven, that's been integrated, that's been braided together for so long. And that's why y'all see me today with my hair washed, because it's just so easy to just kind of forget about taking care of certain things, forget about yourself when you are focusing on so many other people and so many other responsibilities. And so when I saw this card, I knew that this was not only a word for you, but for me, the entire collective. The spirits are saying it's time for us to unravel what we have been keeping woven together, what we've been avoiding. What are the tasks that you have been putting to the side? Today is a good day to pick those things up. And yes, I could literally mean something like cleaning your home, washing your hair, cutting your hair, doing something to take care of yourself, to take care of your home. But I'm also thinking about what are the things that have been under the surface of your life, the spiritual maintenance, the emotional maintenance, those things. It's time to unravel some of those things as well. It's time to uncover what's beneath the surface. And so when you think about taking braids down, there's a lot there's a lot. You start taking those braids out. You got to make sure that as you're doing that, you're not retangling the hair or tangling it up more than it already is. You got to make sure that you're gentle because the scalp may be tender from where the braids have been all this time, right? And so there are particular things that we are going to uncover today. One of those is our worth. One of those things is where we have been investing. And whether or not we've been investing in the right things, the right places, for the right reasons. So I want us to all close our eyes and imagine that we are sitting between the knees of our most gentle-handed, our most tender ancestors who are going to help us unravel and unbraid and untwist all of the things that are attached to us that we've been afraid to look at, that we've been afraid to confront, that we've been concerned about the conditions, right? You ever go get your hair done, or get your hair cut, or maybe go to the nail shop and you're concerned about how you're showing up, right? I remember feeling that way before. And a friend of mine was like, Jeida, if you're going to get your hair done or you're going to get your nails done, you're in the need of that care. So why are you concerned about how you're showing up when you are in the need? You're going to that stylist or you're going to that nail tech because you're in need of some care, because your feet need a good rub down, because your hair needs a good shampoo and scrub. So one would expect that the conditions might be in need of maintenance, right? So someone who is called to the job of doing hair, they're used to seeing a little dandruff. That won't scare them off. They're used to seeing a little dirt in the hair. That won't scare them off because they know how to fix that. Someone who is a nail tech, they're not intimidated by how crusty and dusty those toes look, boo. Show up as you are with all of your things. Your ancestors are not intimidated by your baggage. God is not intimidated. Source is not intimidated by your baggage. Bring it all. You won't be turned away. It's time for us to unravel and know that we will be held. And by the time we get off that floor, by the time all of those braids are unbraided and we get a nice scalp massage and we're on our way, we will wonder, why did it take me so long? I'm going to do this more often. I'm going to maintain this type of care. And you should, because you deserve it. If you're still with me, I would love if you could click that like button. And if this is your first time and you like this type of thing, consider subscribing. We would love to make you a part of the Storytelling Tarot fam. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. We're using my favorite deck today. It's the Dust to Onyx. My favorite deck of all time. And I said this in the live the other night that this is a travel version of this deck, because the full version, I keep that to myself. I only read myself with that deck. But now I have the travel version, so y'all can enjoy it too. So that's the deck that we're using today, and I already have the cards pulled. So today, we already talked about what we're in the need of, right? Spirit is saying we're in the need of unraveling, but let's look back at the lessons that we gained or learned, or we had the opportunity to learn, right, for 2023. And we have the Six of Coins. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure where that water came from, but something about that feels necessary. Let me tell you why. Because this card was reversed. And that is actually like the picture of what's in the artwork. The water falling back into the sky. Don't you just love? Now, granted, I don't want to destroy my cards, but I can appreciate when Spirit has a message and a message. If you were at my most recent live or watched the replay of Tell Me Something Good, the tarot scopes for December 2023, I'll put it up in the cards. The Six of Coins was a card that kept coming up. So that lets me know that if this lesson that I'm about to speak about is something that it's important for all of us. It's something that we've all had to come to grips with at some point. And that's about giving more than you actually have to give, meaning that you're pouring from an empty well, that you are giving from a deficit. It means that your bank account is in the negatives and you are continuing to give. I think that that's really important as a lesson. Because if we think about what precedes the Six of Coins, we have the Five of Coins, and the Five of Coins speaks about just not having enough, not having enough time, not having enough resources, not having enough money, not having enough support, not having enough people around you to hold you up. Like it's just almost like a dry land. And the Six of Coins reverse feels like that too. And so we had that droplet that was just on that card. And that droplet was like going in one direction. And then when I flipped the card, it was going back in the opposite direction. Like, oh, wait, I'm going in the wrong direction. Yes. And that for me feels like the lesson of what we are needing to unravel. The reasons why we give when we have completely run out. The reasons why we deny ourselves and give to others instead. The belief that we must sacrifice in order to earn anything. That something must be sacrificed. I must give and give to show that I am trustworthy, that I'm worthy, that I'm valuable. This is something that we have to untangle. And in many ways, this is something we've already been unraveling. This is something we've already been doing. This is like about unbalanced scales. This is like you being in the need and not even recognizing it because you're the one who answers the need. Or rather, we've gotten to a place where our needs have become so silenced, we don't even hear the cry. We don't even know. We're so used to working on autopilot sometimes. When was the last time we've eaten? When was the last time we've cried? When was the last time we really looked at ourselves in the mirror? When's the last time we had a really good laugh? When we're constantly producing, we're not living. Not really. Not the way we should be, not to the fullest of our extent. But we have somehow attached our worth to our work and to what we put out, what we do for others. But it is unhealthy when you're giving from a deficit. So understanding that this is not the way to go, understanding that we deserve reciprocity, that we should be in relationships and scenarios where it nourishes us back, where we can also receive the support that we are giving, right? That we recognize that when we ask for things that they can actually be returned to us, right? That our prayers can actually be answered. And so the card that represents how this is going to help us in the year ahead, we have Papa Coin, which is the King of Pentacles. It was also reversed. And when it's reversed, when specifically Papa Coin, which also showed up in that reading, I wish I could remember which sign it was for. But when Papa Coin is reversed, it reminds us that everything that we have, all of our worth is inside of us. Yes, we can have works. Yes, we can do miracle signs and wonders. Yes, we can make $5 out of 15 cents. Like, yes, we can do that. And also, that is not the whole of who we are. There is so much more. Our just mere existence is astronomically worth more than all the riches from every corner of the world. And Papa Coin knows that. And so as we are moving into this next year, we will know it means nothing if I'm continuing to give out of a deficit. It means nothing if I'm giving everybody something to drink, but I'm parched. It means nothing if I'm continuously pouring out to prove my love, to prove myself, to prove my worth, and I'm missing that I was the gift the whole time. And so this is the picture that I saw when I was looking at these two cards together. Y'all remember being kids and say you like in Toys R Us, RIP Toys R Us, and you saw like something you really, really wanted, and you asked your mom or you asked your dad, you asked your grandparent, like, can we have this? And they say, no, we ain't got it. No, put that down. We're not going to get that today. No, we don't have it. No, we can't afford that. That's what I heard. It was like our voices. That was us silencing our own needs. Your body's like, I need to go eat. And you're like, no, we can't afford that. We got to work. Like your family members and your children are saying, hey, we want to spend time with you. And you're saying, no, I can't afford that. I gotta focus on this thing because I gotta make this money and I gotta finish this project. I gotta do this thing and I have to. So what are the things that we need to unravel around what is worthy? Let's first start with ourselves, seeing ourselves as worthy, as whole, as good, as valuable and important, as abundant, able to produce wealth, as creative. As we start to unravel what has caused us to be so rigid with ourselves and has caused us to treat others better than we treat ourselves. In doing that, we will recognize, oh wait, I am the glory. I am the majesty. And I love that. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but my children are right outside my door laughing. And like, I feel like that's how we should be with ourselves. That we would allow ourselves to live a life that is full of joy. That is not about giving to receive. That is not about pouring in to prove anything. That it's just about enjoying life. It's about, yes, putting in work and investing, but only in places and in scenarios and relationships where you know that it will be nourishing, that it will be a blessing to your soul. So our self-reflection question today is simply this. What are you going to do to nourish yourself today? Just one thing. How are you going to give back to the abundance that flows out of you? And if you're interested in my answer, it's already in the comments. As someone from my childhood church would tell me all the time, baby, you the prize. You the prize. Remember that. Walk in that today. You are the prize, a crown that is worn and donned for people to marvel, ooh, and ah about. You're already worthy. Ain't nothing you could do to take away from that, and ain't nothing you can do to add to it. You just are. So deal with it. I love you very much. Thank you so much for watching today. We'll see you tomorrow.